because that music lasts longer. But if you're a rapper, the turnover for rap music, the burn is so hot, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like literally.
I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Oh, I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need the help. Oh, that's right. I don't need nothing else. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's good. So my question to you, and a question to there's a lot of indie artists watching this, emerging artists, guys just starting out. They're trying to figure out, and everybody keeps asking me the same thing, like, how do you do products? How do you do popping on Spotify? You know, like, what advice do you have, which I think is going to be more common sense, you know what I'm saying, that people think, but what advice do you have for the newer artists and how they can be successful in this new climate where you can't just put out a mediocre record? You have to consistently go and make great music. You have to make replayable music. What advice do you have?
So you got to work hard, man. If you're a new artist and you're just starting out, what you can't do is start and stop, right? If I can make a easy like comparison, I would say that outside of Apple, Apple's different, but YouTube, Tidal, Spotify, and Pandora, they're like a heartbeat. And if you don't breathe, if you die and fade away. The breath in this, analogy is your music. So if you're not dropping music, you're gonna die, unless you have a lot of music in. If you've worked real hard and put a lot of music in and pace yourself right, then you'll be okay for a while. But if you're a new guy and you drop a song, the song goes, and then all of a sudden you start. I've seen guys go, "Yo, I dropped a song, it was hot, so I'm gonna wait a while." All right, wait a while, but you've only got 300 followers, so those same 300 people hopefully will be around to wait for you to drop a song in 6 months, or they'll forget about you. It used to be that 6 months was the amount of time you had before people start forgetting about you. Like if you stopped a podcast, 6 months later it'd be dead. But it's not that way now. It's like 2-3 months because we're inundated with information.
And attention is everything.
Right. And so your pace and your pulse on music's important. So for instance, Kenneth is in here. Kenneth, if he's a gospel type artist. He doesn't have to do that pace because that music lasts longer. But if you're a rapper, the turnover for rap music, the burn is so hot, it's crazy. Yeah. It's like literally, it could be a month and it's a rap. So and then what you're hoping is in that month, your song sinks so deep into all these different playlists that it keeps the song alive. You know what I'm saying? And some songs do it. Canada, like I was saying earlier, Canada Good to Go Part 2, I mean, we're nearing 600,000 spins just on one platform.
Yeah.
It worked, right?
That's dope.
Some songs don't do that. Some songs are 80,000 and they just die. Yeah. It's like, so
you got to work hard. You got to make great replayable music. You got to be consistent with releasing this music. Yeah. And then in a weird way, you also just can't depend on the playlist to put you on.
I would never depend on that. I would look at that as extra. The playlist is like a real fortunate way to gain momentum. I've noticed that if you get past, so rule number one, this is some stuff I'm just gonna share. I talk about this a lot of artists.
You give me some gems right now. Listen up, take some notes, y'all.
Yeah, listen up, pop quiz. But so on Spotify, you want your songs to be up there 7 days prior. Like you want your stuff up there 7 days prior, 7 business days prior. If they're not up there 7 business days prior, your music will not hit the fan playlist. Period. So if you think I'm gonna drop a song on Tuesday, and I'm gonna upload it tomorrow, like say I'm gonna upload a song Monday, so it drops Tuesday, no one's gonna hear it. If you upload a song Tuesday, it's not gonna go into the fans playlist until Friday. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So you got to upload a song 7 days out.
Right.
Yeah.
We got a lot of visitors in the house.
Yeah, it's
so
getting deep.
Yeah. So no, that's cool. That's cool. I think the uploading stuff early, the making sure the metadata is correct, right?
Yeah.
All like the basic stuff. What's one like nugget that you could just leave everybody with in terms of like this new climate of music?
I would say, man, that's a hard one. Be consistent and make sure you have a really dope timeline and marketing plan to support your music. Don't worry about playlists, they'll come. Like, playlists are gonna happen because if you get out and tour, like, so I can't just give you one. what I'm gonna say is, step one.
You're such an overachiever.
I
Man.
know. No, but step one is, because people, that's just not enough. You can't just do one thing. Like, step one is make great music. That's the standard, right? Make great music, repeatable songs, like we talk, replayable stuff.
Yep.
Step two is build a timeline and anchor dates that you can follow. So like, you don't got to build out a detailed marketing plan for 6 months. You just need to build out an anchor date and then keep working your months at a time, because that's doable. And it's in today's climate with so much going on and artists having to do so much, you can't keep up.
Yep.
It's impossible to keep up.
Yep.
So just short-term goals for the long-term goal. Then a great marketing plan to execute that. Creative ways to get people involved and engaged. What's funny is Spotify is literally giving people all these hints right on the insights. Like they literally list this stuff and tell you how to do it, and nobody reads it. I can tell, because I mean, I could read one paragraph and be smarter than half the people in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Because nobody reads.
at all, like at all. And I had to get better at that. But that's, and then outside of that, then tour it. But touring, and I gotta say this, you don't mind, I gotta say this. Like, I think artists put unfair expectations on themselves. They think that they have to do like a 300-size venue and pack it out when they've never really toured before. So like, how many times have you been to, you know, so I'm gonna go to Oklahoma City and kill it. This your first time there? Yeah. No, you're not. Because no one's ever seen you before in Oklahoma City. So do small venues and invite people out and make it known on social media, and you'll be surprised who will show up. Sometimes it'll be a curator or a random playlister that just has a really, you know, one of the playlists that put NF on was a doctor's playlist in Europe, and he had 1 million followers.
Wow.
No lie.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, everyone has their story how they got NF on, but that's a true story. There was a playlist out there that was marketed to, that the guy put him on the playlist, and it's just 1 million people on it.
That's dope.
A random doctor.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are supporting everything that RMG is doing, especially these events. There's a new record coming from Derek. Tours coming. Just be supporting these brothers, man. And when you see these events coming up, know that they're doing a lot behind the scenes for the collective community and for the culture. So thank you, Doc. I appreciate you.
I've been up for a minute, now I'm down for it. I've been good with the team, never bad for it. I'ma work for the winner, never slack for it. And I live for the king, I got a crown for it. I know the way, ayy, know the way, he really is the way.